island as well, and then we'll get them to their plant where they have their own equipment and they can start assessing their damage as well. Our public works staff will start to look at our wastewater system tomorrow, so then all of our utilities will start to get analyzed at the same time. This is not a fast process. When Chief Dalton comes up, he's going to talk about the extensive damage. You've seen the aerial photos and the news reports. On the ground, it's pretty severe damage, and this is not going to be an easy return to the island. This is not going to be a quick return to the island. We can confirm that there were 2 fatalities on the island that we know about already, and that was confirmed by the fire chief. About 40 people have been taken off the island who were uninjured, or could be minor, but they didn't need any medical help. And we're working to identify those people to the shelter that they're being transported to not that long ago. We can't invite residents back to the island now. And I know that this is hard and you want to get back and you want to see your homes. And for the people on Facebook Live, we have a number of residents who are here in the room with us. It's still too dangerous until we complete this assessment. We're going to work as quickly as we can to get that initial assessment done and provide good information to you. The last thing that I want to say is I know that we were slow getting information to you today, but we didn't have a lot to provide. And maybe that was a mistake on my part that I didn't just get a news release issued to say, we don't have anything to send to you today. We're getting people on the island, but that's my responsibility to get that out. And I know pre-storm, you all knew you all saw how many news releases we were sending out to try to get people prepared. That will likely resume tomorrow. Chief Dalton really provided the first trustworthy information that we have off the island. He just briefed us very quickly before we came downstairs today. So our messaging will increase. The next message, you'll see some pictures of the photos from street level of the island. And we'll continue that communication. If you have questions, we want you to call the City Hall number, which is 239-472-3700. And I know Scott England is proud of me because I just remembered that number. So I just want to thank you all for being off the island and for allowing us to do this work. It's going to be tedious work over the next several months. And I'd like to turn it over to Chief Dalton. Please. So he can give you a briefing on what he found today. We'll take questions at the end of it, sir.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Bill Dalton, the police chief on Sanibel. I made it out to the island today about noontime. We had teams of our officers along with the Sanibel Fire Department and the Fish and Wildlife Commission who were out earlier. And today was really like an assessment for us. Today was the first time we ever had to enter the island using vessels as our primary form of transportation. We did start our search and rescue, but one of the main problems we had is we did not have an operational picture. We did not know what we were dealing with. So we had to get out on the island and develop an operational picture. And since then, we've developed, or refined, I would say, our plan for search and rescue. So I was here for Hurricane Charlie, and this storm is noticeably worse than Hurricane Charlie. The island is in rough shape. The power infrastructure is severely damaged. I would be surprised if there's a single structure on the island that hasn't been impacted by the storm. So I'm not saying that they're all destroyed, but it is noticeably worse than Charlie, and it's certainly the worst I've seen in 28 years. So.
Thank you.
Who made the decision to
We're going
enter the emergency?
Ma'am, we're going to take questions at the end. Thank you.
My first meeting, sorry.
No, that's fine. Thank you. Richard, Vice Mayor.
My first meeting like this too. I just want to reach out to all of those that have been communicating with us. I want to commend folks for their patience and understanding. I can't tell you how many of you I have spoken to when we had very, very limited information, some of it not even verifiable. So we're very careful to only send you what we know and what we can verify that is actual fact. As the city manager and the chief mentioned tonight, this is the first opportunity we've had to do that with you. I want to share with you that This is not the first time that the city of Sanibel has been through this. This is not the first time our community has been through something like this. We are very good at handling things like this. So I ask of each of you, allow these professionals to do their job so that we can get you back on your beloved island as quickly as possible and as safely as possible. Your health, safety, and well-being is the utmost concern. I know, and trust me, I have assets on the island as well. I am eager to see what they look like and know how I can help. I am sitting on my hands, along with all of you here, doing that very same thing. So I understand, but we will get you back on. We have consummate professionals. I am so proud of these gentlemen that I'm working with, and we will get through this, and we'll come out on the other side better than we were going in. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Dr. Prater.
Sure, thank you. As you probably may know, I'm a practicing physician, so I'm with seniors every single day in my job. And I think folks need to start thinking about where they're going to be for the next weeks or months if you have health concerns. You need to be in a place that has a functioning hospital and a functioning pharmacy and everything working, and doctors' offices that are open. My office is closed and it won't be open until there is electricity, and no one knows when that will be. And that's the same for every doctor and dentist and pharmacist in the area. Health Park Hospital is transporting all 400 patients to Naples. So this gives you an idea of the gravity of the situation. If there's a place you can be other than Lee County and you have health problems, you might consider going there and talking to your family and going somewhere else. There are functioning hospitals in the area, but they are full of people already, and there are going to be injured folks and other medical emergencies that they will need to attend to. Out on the east coast of Florida, in Fort Lauderdale and Miami, you have power, you have air conditioning, you have functioning pharmacies, fully functioning hospitals and doctors' offices, you have airports that are functioning. So that's where many of my personal friends are, and you may consider going somewhere else other than here for the next period of weeks or months because of the risk to your health. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Prater. Mr. Henshaw.
Thank you, Mayor. I don't know if I can add a whole lot more, except to say and re-emphasize the fact that this is worse than Charlie, as the chief mentioned. If you remember Charlie, we had a couple weeks, no power. We're talking about a significantly longer period of time. So we have to be patient. As Dr. Crater mentioned, we have to start looking at where are we going to stay and live for a significant period of time. Don't know exactly what that is. We'll learn more as we go through this process. But so we have to take care of ourselves, and then when the time is right, go back on the island. I do want to thank the city staff for this great work. They are doing yeoman's work in respect to getting us up and running, assessing the issues, and I want to thank the city staff for all the work that they're doing. Be patient, and we'll continue to communicate with you on a regular basis. Thanks.
Thank you, John. Mike, Councilmember Miller.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to add to what my colleagues said, express my gratitude for the first responders, in particular the men and women of the Sanibel Fire District and the Sanibel Police Department, for the efforts they made before the storm, during the storm, and today in rescue operations. And I join my colleagues also in hoping that we can all be very patient, because our objective is to ensure that the island is safe for all of us when we do return.
Thank you very much. Did you, please?
Yeah, I just want to add that I know that I just got a report that the City Hall number is not working.
Oh.
So we have transferred the line, and it has been working here all the calls have been transferred here to the hotel. And I know that we have fielded a number of calls. So for the people that reported it on this live stream, thank you for reporting that to us. Our IT staff is already working on it right now, so we can get that corrected as soon as possible.
Thank you. And I just wanted to take a minute and touch on a couple other things. We do not do this on our own, but I can tell you this team right here is really going to be working to do what we can for everybody on this community. And we are really Team Sanibel. And I couldn't be more proud to work with these four gentlemen, because I know their dedication is truly to our island. We also are working with other partners and stakeholders, and we have had responses from the national level down to the local levels all around. Had the opportunity, the senators have reached out to us. City Manager Sousa and I had a discussion with the governor today. He said, what are your needs and how can we help you? Army Corps of Engineers, who we're all well acquainted with because of water quality. Colonel Booth is now the boots on the ground for infrastructure in this area. He was kind enough to come over here because he knew we were here to say, I'm here for you. We have the County Commission, Lee County, great partnership. We've been working with the communication with them because it takes multiple agencies to work towards the results of what we have seen in the last couple of days. So it's really important, and I am appreciative of all of them. Again, like everyone is set up here, patience. And it's going to be really hard to be patient. And like Richard said, all of us, our homes are there. I walked away from my home this time, and you know what? For the first time, I thought, it's okay. My family's safe, and you all in this room is safe. Anyone that is listening on this Facebook, you are safe. And we all should be very fortunate, because the magnitude of that storm was something that none of us could even wrap our heads around. But I know together we're going to come through it. Every day is going to be a different day. Please be patient. If we don't return your calls and texts, everyone has my cell phone number, and I can assure you I have hundreds that I've still got to return, and I'm doing them based on the priority. If there's someone on the island that I need to make sure needs to be noted within that notification. So with that, I wanted to open up for questions for